right, girls, this should look familiar. We used this the other day when I talked about the fairy tales chart. Well, today we're going to do this one together. So if you need to pause and get one out of your remote learning bag, just pause the video real quick and go grab this from your bag. Good. All right, so we're going to start out with the title. So we know that the title of our story today was Rumpelstiltskin. So pause this if you need to and write Rumpelstiltskin under your title. All right, moving on. We know that all fairy tales not only have a title, but they also have a setting. And so our setting is our where and when our story take place. So let's start with where. Where does our story take place? Good. Our story takes place at the king's castle. And when does our story take place? Good. Remember, most fairy tales start with once upon a time, so we know it takes place long ago. We know that it doesn't give us a specific date, but we know that it happens long ago because of the once upon a time. All right, we know in all of our fairy tales we're going to have characters, and usually we're going to have some type of royal character. Who is our royal character in Rumpelstiltskin? Good, the king. All right, what are the other characters in our story? Good, we had the miller, the miller's daughter, Rumpelstiltskin. We had some minor characters, some people who worked inside of the castle, but I don't have to list them. I'm just going to list people who I know by name. All right, remember I can pause this at any time to make sure that I am able to fill in my chart. All right, the next part that we know is that there's always some fantasy or magic that happens in a fairy tale. What fantasy or magic happened in our fairy tale today? Good. Rumpelstiltskin spun gold from straw. It's pretty magical. I can't do that, can you? All right. We know that the next thing that we're going to see in our fairy tale is a problem. What problem was faced because of some things that the miller did? Good. The miller's daughter was asked to spin gold from straw, but she didn't know how. We also had another problem. She promised to give her baby to Rumpelstiltskin. And I'm just going to write R here because I'm running out of room. And that is okay if you do that too. All right, so each one of these problems was solved in its own way. How was the miller's daughter asking to spin gold from straw solved? Very good. Rumpelstiltskin, so again, I'm just going to write the R. Rumpelstiltskin spun the straw into gold for her. Great job. And how did the problem that she promised to give her baby to Rumpelstiltskin, how was it solved? She guessed his name. Great job. And we know that all fairy tales have an ending. What happened in our ending today? They did live happily ever after, but something different happened in our end. It didn't say happily ever after. What happened? Good. Rumpelstiltskin stomped himself into the ground. So remember, all of these things come together to make our fairy tale. Setting, characters, fantasy or magic, problem, solution, and an ending. Girls, I want you on the next slide to take a picture of your chart with these elements. Great job.